Good morning and welcome to the Ground Transportation New Company Orientation. Let's get started. Today we will give you an overview of LAWA rules and regulations. We will review California Public Utility Commission requirements. We will discuss enforcement by airport police and operations in the CTA. We will also give you your next steps to get you up and running in the CTA. Our office is located at 7301 World Way West, first floor, Los Angeles, California 90045. At this time, we are not taking walk-ins. All appointments are made online. To make an appointment, please visit lax.to/permits appointments. LAX is a part of Los Angeles World Airports, or LAWA. LAWA is a City of Los Angeles department, and as part of this city's government, regulates, operates, and manages both LAX and Van Nuys regional airports. Your agreement contains terms and conditions you must abide by as a commercial vehicle operator at LAX and applies to LAX only. You have also been given a link to the LAX rules and regulations for commercial vehicle operators. Both documents are important to your work at LAX. Failure to comply may result in fines, suspensions, or termination of your contract. Operators need to verify that their legal name and DBA are both correct after they receive their contract. Once you have received your contract, please verify your name and address. If your address is incorrect, you will need to resubmit an information form. It is very important that your contract information is up to date since we use your email address to make notifications of all sorts: construction, road closures, contract renewal request, yearly re-decal request, and more. NELA important provisions. 1. Term of license. The length of time for this agreement is 5 years and can be terminated with 30 days notice. You're responsible for trip fees and annual administration fees. Your vehicle must have TCP information that must be displayed and identification information that must be displayed. Decals and transponders. The permit that must be displayed and AVI or transponder that must be used. Airport rules and regulations. You have an obligation to also comply with the current airport rules and regulations. For Class 1 charter vehicles with less than 15 passengers, you have a trip fee of $5. For charter vehicles in Class 2, 15 passengers or more, you have a trip fee of $8. For a special one-day permit, the fee is $25. Ground transportation fees. For a new or lost transponder, the fee is $50. The annual administrative fee, which is not optional, is $150, and it's due each year. There is no prepayment penalty. However, there is a late penalty. This fee is due even if your company has no activity. Late fees are $20 per month, applicable as long as your account is valid. Payments can be made by credit card, a company check, or money order only. We do not accept any cash. Trip fees. The trip ticket booths at the commercial vehicle holding lot are currently closed. A monthly email notification of your trip fees will be sent to you from gtbilling@lawa.org. LAWA uses read reports from your installed transponder. Multiple circuits will result in multiple fees. Payment is due immediately. Changes in your company. If you change the legal structure of your company, for example, from sole proprietor to LLC or partnership or to corporation, or change the legal name of your company, then you need a new legal agreement. Go to lax.tl/permits and file a new application with LAX Ground Transportation. You will also need to fill out a Ground Transportation License Agreement Information Form. Required notice of your company contact information, your contact names, phone numbers, and emails. Fillable form available at www.lawa.org/GT-permits. Requirements to cancel a NELA. You must notify the GT Permits office in writing. The form is available at lax.tl/TCP forms. You must return all assigned AVI transponders to the GT Permits office or pay for a lost equipment fee of $50 for each transponder. LAX GT Rules and Regulations. You may find these rules and regulations at lax.to/GT rules. The rules and regulations explains and defines what you can and cannot do here at LAX. It will explain to you about permits, enforcement, hearing, and penalty processes. You will need to train your drivers on all the rules and regulations. You are responsible for your company adhering to the rules and regulations. Please read them. Transponders, also known as AVIs, must be attached according to city requirements. They are non-transferable. They are the property of the City of Los Angeles. They must be returned when assigned vehicle is permanently removed from service. Registered owners are responsible for vehicle activities and fees, prohibited from evading the AVI system, and there's a penalty for violations, 10 to 30 points. Vehicle mechanical conditions. Vehicles must be in good and safe condition in compliance with the California Vehicle Code. There's a penalty again for violations of 10 points. Loading zones. The loading zones and time limits you can also find on page 9. Charter limos, vans, sedans are on the outer terminal island, the white curve. Charter buses, outer island, orange bus stop. Inner lane access is prohibited. You must be actively loading your passengers. There is absolutely no waiting at the curb. You have 45 seconds to make your pickup. There is a penalty for violation of 20 points. Commercial vehicle holding lot. These are your waiting areas. The holding lot is available for 3 hours before the international flights and 2 hours before the domestic flights. The entry is through Jetway Boulevard off Westchester Parkway at 6100 Westchester Parkway. You may use the public parking structures while waiting for your passengers at your own expense. You cannot use the cell phone waiting lot. You need to drop off on the upper level and pick up on the lower level only. A law enforcement officer and airport officials can ask for your documents. There is a penalty for a violation of 30 points. Invalid documents. Do not create, use, or display expired, revoked, false, or invalid documents. This penalty is 20 points. LAWA is focused on creating an LA exceptional experience at the airport. Operators are the first line of customer service to the airport experience. Unprofessional conduct can leave a bad impression with the passengers. Waybill and trip tickets. The trip ticket or an invoice payment is required. You will be billed via email for your trip ticket fees. A waybill is required. No transportation, subcontracting for rental car companies. No passenger stage operations. Airline crew operations require a separate NELA. A waybill is required for all drop-offs and pickups at LAX. You must list 12 items. 9 of those items are required by the PUC and will be announced later in the orientation. The 3 items that are required by LAX are number 1, terminal pickup location, 2, flight arrival time, and 3, airline flight number. Your waybill can be in any format, for example, a tablet, cell phone, or on paper, as long as it has the 12 required items. So for your trip tickets, remember the payment booths at the commercial vehicle holding lot are currently closed. LAWA uses read reports from your installed AVI. Multiple circuits will result in multiple fees. For your convenience, we offer an invoice prepayment program. Please check our website at www.lawa.org/GT permits. Multiple circuits within 30 minutes will be billed as a single trip. Email gtcompliance@lawa.org or call 424-646-8373 if you are interested. The commercial vehicle holding lot operates 7 days a week, including all holidays. The lot closes daily from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. No staging on Jetway Boulevard. There is no littering. Do not feed the birds. It's an aircraft hazard. Enforcement provisions. Enforcement, hearing rights, and penalties applicable to all commercial passenger vehicle operators and drivers. It defines and describes LAWA's enforcement authority, citation, notice of violation, verbal and written, and your hearing opportunity. Administrative citation, issued for violation of LAX rules and regulations by airport police and airport operations personnel, will result in assessment of points, can lead to suspension or termination. Suspension, operator suspensions. 30 violation points per vehicle is 1 day suspension. 40 points is 3 days. 50 points is 5 days. 75 points is 10 days. 125 is 20 days. 150 is 30 days. You may contest a citation by requesting a hearing. Submit requests via email to gt@lawa.org within 5 business days of receipt. Please provide a citation copy, your contact name and phone number, and a brief reason for your hearing request. These are the administrative citations: no waybill, false documents, compliance with the law, including posted signs, PUC rules and regulations, mechanical condition, authority to operate, unattended vehicles, vehicle loading zones. Law enforcement and criminal citations are issued by the Airport Police and Los Angeles Police Department. They are processed through the court system. Court appearance is required, and please read the instructions on your ticket. To add a vehicle to your account, these are the requirements. You must possess a valid commercial vehicle registration. The vehicle must be listed on your PUC account. Approved insurance status with LAWA Risk Management. The insurance broker must provide a copy of a valid vehicle schedule list. Complete an add/delete form. You can submit these documents to infolandside@lawa.org. Your email subject line should include your PUC number and the phrase add/delete vehicle. An important note for your vehicle registration: it must be a valid commercial vehicle registration, and the vehicle will be verified on the PUC database. To add a vehicle to your CPUC, you need to file a passenger carrier equipment statement. This form is called PL 664. Allow 2 to 3 weeks for the vehicle to be put in the CPUC database. Please make sure that your insurance is valid and current for the duration of your agreement. Failure to maintain proof of current insurance will lead to suspension and/or termination. Have your insurance broker to submit to LAWA's Risk Management Division. Hard copies not accepted. Communications with our risk department is only by email. Please check your spam and junk mail folder. Your designated contact persons may contact Risk Management at riskinsurance@lawa.org or call 424-646-5480. To add a vehicle, download this form at lax.to/TCP forms. You will need to submit this form to infolandside@lawa.org by email. Again, your email subject line must include your CPUC number and the phrase add/delete vehicle. Transponder and decals. There is a $50 user fee per transponder. You may purchase that with a credit card, a company check, or a money order. The new vehicle must be presented at the time of addition. The transponder is the property of the City of Los Angeles. When you are notified that your form has been processed, make an appointment at lax.to/permits appointments. When you come in for your inspection appointment, we will verify the ownership, your commercial registration, your VIN number, your license plates, and make sure that your TCP numbers are on the front and back bumpers. They are not allowed on the back hatch. and there should be no obvious mechanical issues. Your transponder and decal locations or placements should be on your driver's side bottom left corner. Your LAX transponder should be a minimum of 6 inches away from any kind of other transponder like a Metro or Fast Track. For temporary rental vehicles, you may email your request to info.landside@lawa.org. We may grant you a temporary permit for 10 days at a time. The documents required are as follows: a copy of your rental car agreement, an authorization letter for commercial use on the rental company's letterhead, proof of insurance coverage for rental vehicles, the TCP number on front and back bumpers, and a $25 special permit fee. You can purchase that by credit card, company check, or money order. To delete a vehicle, you must be the same operator of the company, meaning you must delete your vehicle from your fleet before transferring it to another operator. Please complete your Add Delete form available at lax.to/TCP forms. Submit the form by email to the permits office at infolandside@lawa.org. On your email subject line, remember to add your PUC number and the phrase Add Delete Vehicle. There is no additional fee if the transponder is returned. Annual redecal online. LAWA will review your account regularly. You are required to redecal annually. You will receive an email with link instructions to complete your submittals. Upon validation, you will receive instructions on how to obtain your new decals. Information is posted on our website. This concludes ground transportation's portion of the new company orientation. Now we'll turn it over to Sean Taylor with the Public Utilities Commission.
Good day, everyone. I'm Investigator Sean Taylor of the Consumer Protection and Enforcement Division, currently located at the LAX Satellite Office. The LAX Satellite Office is by appointment only. My number at that office is 424-646-6417, Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. Our San Francisco Licensing Department is by email only, and this is where you send all of your information or updates, and that is licensing@cpuc.ca.gov. Our licensing customer service is Monday through Wednesday and Fridays from 1 to 3 p.m. CPUC requirements. You are required to have a PUC permit that allows you to operate on a for-hire basis, prearranged basis, in a motor vehicle over the public highways for compensation. You must maintain active status. Active status only. That is the only status that we acknowledge here at the LAX airport and in the state of California. You must maintain current information. Keep that information updated, such as your vehicle information, your telephone numbers, your addresses. This information is important. Our CPUC website. This website is for you, the transportation passenger carrier. You can use this website Monday through Friday, Saturdays and Sundays, at any given time, 24 hours, 7 days a week. This is available to you to check your status or check the status of another carrier that you may be sub-carrying or farming work out to. So it's important that you use this website. This website is the easiest website to access. So the information that you see on your screen, that is available to you at all times. General orders and waybills. The General Order 157E, Part 3.01. This waybill is required at all times. Again, I will repeat, at all times, regardless whether you're operating inside the airport or outside of the airport. If you're operating on a for-hire basis, your waybill is required at all times. On your screen, you see that there are 9 required items. These 9 required items must be completely filled out. There are no exceptions to the rules. And if you're operating here at the LAX airport, there are 3 additional items. These 3 additional items, such as your terminal pickup, flight arrival time, as well as the airline flight number. This information must be again attached to your waybill. So if one of our good officers here at the LAX airport pulls you over, they're going to request your waybill, and you must present a completed waybill. This waybill can be on an electronic device or it may be a hard copy, but it must be a complete waybill. Again, waybills are required at all times. And another note, these waybills must be kept for 3 years. 3 years. However you choose to store this information, but this is for audit purposes for the PUC investigators. In the event that you're audited and we're requesting additional information, we may ask for 6 months worth of waybills, maybe a year worth of waybills, but you must present this information when we request it. Again, waybills are required at all times. Vehicle ID on the General Order 157E. This is for carriers that are operating vehicles 11 passengers or more. We're speaking of the charter buses or the vans. Your information, such as your TCP number, your company name, it must be presented on the sides of the vehicle. It must be on the front side and the back side of the vehicle. This must be readable at 50 feet in the daylight. Again, readable at 50 feet. We cannot read small letters, so it must be at least 2 inches or more in order for us to read it at 50 feet. For those of you that are operating vehicles 10 passengers or less, we're talking the sedans, the SUVs. Your TCP number must be presented or placed on your front and rear bumpers. 2 inches or more in contrasting colors of the vehicle, 2 inches or more. TCP number on the front and rear bumpers. We're not speaking of your hatchback or your hitch, the tailgate. We are speaking on the front and the rear bumpers. Key points. See, we're almost done. Didn't take long at all. It's easy if you adhere to the rules and regulations here at the LAX airport. You should be fine. No problems with operating here at this airport. This is an airport that's a good place to make good revenue, but you must adhere to all the rules and regulations that apply to your authority. But I have a couple of key points just to throw at you so that you can be mindful of how we conduct ourselves here at the LAX airport. First key point, farm outs and sub carrying. If or when you sub your workout or you farm your workout, make sure that that carrier has the same operating ability, such as active status. You have workers' comp because they have employees. We want to make sure that you're giving work to a carrier that's legal. In the event that you sub work out to an illegal carrier, not only will that illegal carrier be in trouble, but you would too. So I would suggest that you take note that farming out and sub-carrying must be done with the legal carrier. Parking issues. Yes, as you know in the previous slide, Angela advised you of the holding lot. You have your own holding lot. This lot is for you to wait for your next ride. You can only stay there for an hour, but we still advise and strongly encourage you to have your lunch, take your naps in that lot, not in the Ralph's parking lot, not at Starbucks. These places are not places for you to conduct your round table meeting with your buddies. This is where you just patronize the business and you leave. There's security that walks the lot. They're aware of how long you've been there. And in the event they report this information to you, that they're reported to me, I will be making a courtesy call to you as well. So I would suggest that you just adhere to the rules and we say here, we're providing you a lot. This is where you conduct your business, your lunchtime, your breaks, or the time that you wait at your set lot. Rental cars. They did speak of rental cars in the previous module. Rental car contracts must be done with commercial contracts, not personal contracts, commercial contracts. These contracts will come with a vehicle that has commercial plates. All that you're required to do is to add your TCP numbers to these vehicles. In the event that you're going to use this vehicle longer than 10 days, say that it's 30 days, make sure that you contact the PUC and add that vehicle temporarily to your fleet. So in the event the officer pulls you over and they're wanting to review the commercial contract, you can then advise them that this vehicle has been added to your fleet temporarily. Insurance. Stay on top of the filing of your insurance. The PUC no longer takes hard copy insurance certificates. All of your insurance filings are done by e-file. This information is e-filed through our website, and this is done by your insurance broker or your insurance agent, not by you, the carrier. So please make sure that when your insurance either cancels out or it's time to get a new insurance certificate or update your insurance, make sure that it's filed. If we're not aware that your insurance has been filed, well, you will receive a suspension notice that'll say that the PUC has suspended you due to lack of insurance. That is why we say make sure that you stay on top of your insurance agent or your broker. Make sure they're e-filing your insurance. Also, solicitation. Solicitation is a no-no here at this airport. You have legal authority to operate over the public highways of California. You have no reason to solicit. Solicitation is illegal here at this airport. You will be cited, and in some cases, you may be arrested. Your vehicle will be impounded, and you will be forced to go before the judge. Solicitation is not allowed or tolerated here at this airport. Professional conduct. I really don't believe that we should have to address this, but here in the past, we've dealt with some drivers that have some real unpleasant personalities or attitudes. Drivers, carriers, owners, it is your responsibility to conduct yourself professionally here at this airport. Handle everyone with the respect and consideration that you wish to be handled at. Name calling and disrespectful movement or actions are not accepted. So this is a rule here at LAX Airport. Professional conduct is a must. Misdemeanor citations. In the previous module, they spoke of the different citations. They spoke of administrative citations, they spoke of misdemeanor citations, and this is the side when you're cited for PUC violations, they are misdemeanors. So I suggest adhere to the rules and regulations of this airport. You will be fine. It may seem like you've had a lot of information to take in this morning or this afternoon. Just know that we're giving you these rules and regulations so that your business can grow and be successful. Adhere to all the rules and regs of this airport and of the state of California, and your business will grow.
Hello, my name is Officer Ray Woods with the Los Angeles Airport Police, Commercial Enforcement Unit Motor Section. Today I'm going to be covering different rules and regulations, as well as citations that can be issued by police officers while operating as a commercial driver. Today I'm going to be going over certain rules and regulations when you're traveling in and out of LAX as a commercial driver. Curbside time limits. There is a 45-second rule when waiting at the curb for your party to arrive. If it's beyond 45 seconds, if there's a traffic officer or a police officer in the area, you may request additional time. Other than that, please adhere to this time and keep circling around to prevent congestion inside of the CTA and allow for other parties to pick up and drop off passengers. Speed. The speed inside the CTA is 25 miles an hour. Anything beyond 25 miles an hour, you will be pulled over and cited for that violation. LAX is undergoing massive changes, and therefore you will see a lot of construction in the CTA. Please be careful and mindful that there is always construction going on and different signage posted at different times. You may see signage posted one day, and the next, that signage will change. So, when entering the CTA, please be mindful that Owner's responsibility. Vehicle maintenance. It's important that you maintain proper care and maintenance of your vehicle before picking up your party. Those violations include your TCP number being properly displayed. Small equipment violations can result in fines and fees being added to your company, preventing them from doing business here. Driver vetting. As an owner-operator of a commercial vehicle and a commercial vehicle service, I'm sure you're aware how important it is to know your drivers. Your drivers are the representatives of your company, and so it's important that they maintain and care for your vehicle and also advise you of any violation that they receive at the end of their shift. Citations. There are 3 citations that you can receive from a police officer here while working as a commercial driver. Of the 3 citations, I'll be going over each one and explaining briefly on what they are and how you should respond to each. The first citation I'll be going over is an administrative citation. The administrative citation is on a point system only, meaning the driver or owner-operator would not want to receive too many of these citations, as it could affect their driving privileges here and operating status. If you receive one of these citations, you will have to have a hearing on that citation. You will not have to appear in court if you receive an administrative citation. Personal service citations. These citations, if issued, can be from infractions or misdemeanors, depending on the violation. If you receive this, it's important that you note to the owner of the company that you receive one of these, as it may affect their DMV record. The registered owner must appear at court to contest, if choosing, on the summons date for that citation. Parking citations. Parking citations are issued for a number of reasons, mainly for vehicles left unattended at the curb, or for parking near fire hydrants or restricted areas. If you receive one of these citations, they are not citations you appear to court on. If you are a driver, please notify your owner that you received one of these citations, as it may affect the driver's driving privileges and be reported to their DMV record. If stopped by a police officer, please make sure you have all your required documents. Those documents include your driver's license, your registration, insurance, your way bill, and any other required documents requested from the police officer. If these documents aren't presented or they aren't in the vehicle, you may be subject to a citation. And again, as a reminder, the speed in the CTA is 25 miles an hour, so please maintain a safe speed when traveling inside of the CTA. And if you have any questions in regards to the rules and regulations here at the airport, please refer back to your manual, your rules and regulations, and if you see someone out in the field, please don't hesitate to ask.